is time. It is time to brew your best beer. The 2015 Sjporr Challenge is brought to you by the Grainbill Homebrew Supply, located in Red Lion, Pennsylvania. Brewers Exchange, operating in the U.S. and Canada. Finney's Homebrew Emporium, located in Bishopdale, Christchurch, New Zealand. And Omega Yeast, located in Chicago, Illinois.
Hello, Steve, the Canadian Sasquatch here, coming at you with one more Sjporr beer review with a twist. So this one is actually my own beer, the Braggot Grew It. So I figured I'd take this time to explain more about it as we so people can understand what the heck I did, or what the heck I did to them, because there were some comments about that as well. So I have notes. This is my third time doing this video. Every time I've done it previously, it's been quite a jumble. So going over my notes. So the goals of this was, of course, for the Sjporr Challenge, local ingredients. So I'd use local ingredients. I've been wanting to do a Grew It for a while. So local ingredients, Grew It, that kind of can go together. And of course, I like to make braggots, so I did a braggot. My other goal on this was to make it less than 10%. And I did achieve that. It was 8.8. Yes, it was. We'll go into that later. Simply because every other beverage that I do is essentially somewhere between 12 and 14% ABV. So I want something a little more sessionable. And yes, 8.8% is sessionable. At least for me. And I wanted a medium light body mouthfeel to it, because I was going for the quasi-sessionable thing, so I wanted to make sure it went down nice and easy. So, those were my goals, which I achieved all of those. Then the little story that goes with it. So Squatch's Health Tonic is made from many local ingredients to help keep you healthy and happy, or happy and not caring. This tonic is antibacterial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, cleansing, detoxifying, reduces fever, regulates blood sugar and cholesterol, lowers blood pressure, helps with digestive issues, and increases mental alertness. Asterisk. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Asterisk. Do not drink this product and operate heavy machinery, drive, or think deep thoughts about world issues, like why there is so much lint in your navel. So it is to be drunk in a pint glass at about 45 degrees Fahrenheit or 7 Celsius. We're kind of delaying opening and pouring to let it warm up a bit because it was in the fridge. So the ingredients were wahia honey. So for everybody who's watching and is wondering, it's wahia. 2-row Texas cornmeal, red wheat, caramel 90, caramel 20, 6-row, debittered black, dandelion root, yarrow, mugwort, heather, ginseng, Emily's enzymes, and Texas honey wild yeast. So it is 380 calories per 12-ounce bottle. Like I said, 8.8% ABV, IBU 0. There are no hops. It's a gruit, no hops. I brewed this on 2015-03-14, so March 14th of 2015. I bottled this on April 25th of 2015. Bottled condition, handcrafted in Houston, Texas. Alrighty. So we're going to go the local ingredients that I used. So honey, wahia. So wahia is a South Texas native plant. There'll be a picture posted someplace. Wait, did I use wahia honey on this? Yeah. That's right. Okay, never mind. I did use wahia honey. I was confusing it with another one. Dandelion. So I wanted to... dandelions are in everybody's yard. When I went to brew this, I had one dandelion. So I was going to use my one dandelion, and well, I actually forgot. But since I only had one dandelion, I actually had to buy dandelion roots for this. So Texas cornmeal. So I wanted to experiment with a cereal mash, and I also want a little bit of extra sweetness, which I know corn can give a little bit of that too. So I found a big old bag of Texas cornmeal in the store, which was made about 20 miles south of where I'm at. And then wild yeast from a friend's hive. So I got a buddy into keeping bees, and he and with that, every once in a while I go help. So on this one particular day, I helped harvest a bunch of the honey. He gave me half a gallon or 6 pounds of honey. I took 3 pounds of that, added water, shook the bejesus out of it, put an airlock on it, and let it sit. And the yeast that was on the honey created a mead, and I saved that yeast to brew my gruit. So that was my other local ingredient. So going over the little bit of a story that I read right off the bat there about how it's antimicrobial, bacterial, helps with digestion. All of that is actually true. So just some quick notes here. Dandelion root is good for digestion, cleansing of the liver and kidneys, and it's also good for extra bittering, which is why it's good for digestive issues. The bitterness of it helps cleans things out a little bit. So because I was making a gruit with no hops, I needed to make sure I had something that was bittering for it. And since I'm making a braggot, I had to make sure I had enough bittering to counteract all the honey and the Texas cornmeal that I had in there, which was going to add some more sweetness. Yarrow flour. So it lowers blood pressure, enhances blood circulation, promotes digestion, anti-inflammatory, reduces fever, antibacterial, and when added to alcohol, it creates a lucid mental alertness. Lucid mental alertness. We'll go back to that. Mugwort. Leaves and branches. Digestive, deworming, antiseptic, cleansing of liver, lowers blood sugar, combined with alcohol for enhancing dreams. You can also put it in your pillow for the same effect of giving you more vivid dreams. So we'll come back to that too. Heather flowers, diuretic, antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, and good for arthritis. Ginseng roots. Immune system booster. Improves energy, improves mental capacity, anti-inflammatory, and helps reduce hangovers. So there you go. That's the various herbs that are in there and some of the stuff that they actually do. So stuff that's on the label is actually correct. So some of you mentioned in video and in the comments of the score sheet about not believing that it was only 8.8% ABV. Well, I did a double check on that myself before putting it on the label because I couldn't believe I actually hit that. Since I was shooting for 10%, and this is my first bracket that was less than 10%. Well, less than 12% actually. Anyways, so it is 8.8%, but because of the yarrow flower, which creates lucid mental alertness, because of the mugwort, which enhances your dreams, so it creates more stuff going on up in your head here, and the ginseng, which gives you more energy and mental alertness. Combine all that with the effects of the 8.8% and you will start to feel kind of warm and fuzzy a little bit more quickly than if you were drinking a 8.8 or even a 10.0 ABV beverage. So it is the extra enhancers in there that make it so. So with that, we are going to pause you guys, and I'm going to crack it and pour it and come right back. I lied, I cracked it and came back so you guys can actually watch me slowly pour this. As you can see, it's well carbonated. As it's pouring, it's got a nice head to it. But the head quickly dissipates because there isn't really sometimes it's the hops that actually give you some really good head retention. I'm going to switch hands here. There we go. And then, I don't know what's, can we actually see? I can't see anything now. Oh yeah, there it is. It's like a hazy golden orange color. Oh, that kind of looks better there. So yeah, hazy golden color. And the head's completely gone, which kind of to be expected. And pause. Alright. So there we have it. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and get the aroma off this. So right off the bat I get ginseng and yarrow. And if you've ever smelled either of those, then you'll know they're distinct smells. Go get some ginseng tea, yarrow. You can get some yarrow tea. Yarrow grows everywhere though. As you'll see in the picture previous about it, you'll be able to see what it looks like. It's everywhere. I do actually smell the bitterness that I get from the dandelion. And then I do also get a sweetness but it's not so much a sweetness from the honey. It's more of a malty sweetness, which I think is partially because of the cornmeal that I used. And just a slight hint of heather. So that's what I get off the smell. So let's give it a taste. Okay, I definitely get the bitterness from the dandelion and the tanginess. Some of you mentioned tanginess. That's the ginseng you're getting. Someone made mention of corn whiskey. I can see a little bit of that going on in this. That would be from the sweetness of the corn. It's definitely around medium mouthfeel, nice carbonation to it. I can swirl it up a little bit. So I do get some of the floweriness from the heather and the yarrow. Plus I also get, I do taste the wahia in this. I know some of you will, that I've sent meads to before, like Looney Larry, definitely, he gets it. The wahia is very distinct. Very distinctive flavor and aroma, and definitely get that in this. So some of you mentioned like fruit cakes and other like cherry or Belgian strong. Belgian strong, you know, I can see where you're coming at from that. I do get that similar flavor. And I can, thinking about the fruit cake, I do get some of the fruitiness. I can see some of the fruitiness. Not quite sure where exactly that comes from, unless it's from the yeast. I do have a little bit of the yeast saved that I'm hoping is still good, and I'm planning on building up a big ass batch of it and just playing around with it and seeing what I can get out of it. So just double checking all my notes here. So yeah, that is my tasty beverage that I had in the Sjporr 2015 challenge. It's the Doc Squatch's Health Tonic. And I actually do have a couple of bottles that I'd be willing to trade with if anybody out there would like to try some, and we can work up a trade. Either send me a private message on the YouTubes here, or I'll have a link down below where you can actually send me a message through my Canadian Sasquatch Brewery website. A little contact me from there that you can we can start chatting back and forth about setting something up. So yeah, that is all I got on this. Just wanted to go over what I did, why I did it, and what you guys were maybe tasting, and all that good stuff. So be sure to have a pint of awesome. I know I will. Cheers, everybody. This little guy's been watching me the whole time. Lots of lizards in this part of the world.